So now we're starting what happens for the parents, and this is where they're going to come in and be admitted, and everything that has to be done is done through here regardless.
So I can kind of give you a walkthrough of what we tell families when they come through on a tour.
Please do.
So this is our kind of the welcome area. We have a secretary, Jan. She sits at the desk. So all the families first come in, they check in with her, and then they have a little area to play. So we have toys for them to play on while they wait. And then one of our nursing assistants takes the kids back to one of these rooms. They get their vitals, so they get their weight and their height, and then in these rooms here, they get their blood pressure, their pulse ox, their temperature taken. So these are little pre-exam rooms. A lot of this, equipment was bought by CMN funds. The scale I know was, the mirror on the wall was. And then after they do that, they get to play again, and I'll show you one of our little play areas.
Very glad. I'm going to clean up.
So this is our little play area we have for the kids, just part of it. But we've got the cool little wall mounts, the kids, where you touch the skeleton and up here, yeah, show them. If you touch it there, then underneath you can see the name of the organ that's underneath it. So kind of make it warm there. So see, there's the liver, and there's your heart.
Oh, that's cool.
So we can tell the kids when they come in today, you're going to have a surgery in your tummy area. Right there's your stomach.
Very cool.
So CMN funds bought all this kind of stuff. And then after that, after we they have a little chance to play, get more used to the area, then their nurse will meet them and bring them into one of our exam rooms, or our pre-op rooms. And these are all private rooms. And this is where they get their hospital jammies. They meet their surgeon. They meet the anesthesiologist. The circulator nurse, who's the nurse that is in charge of the OR, the nurse that's in charge, and the child life specialist. So they do all that stuff in here, and then the families get to ask all their questions. The kids get to ask lots of questions, and Jan comes in and does a little pre-op visit with all the kids and teaches them about the mask and about their if they have to have an IV, or helps them with just not being so scared.
Cool.
I just see that she was wiping off a deal. Dr. Caribbean is wonderful. We've interviewed him before, and is it Caribbean? Caribbean, and a phenomenal physician. And when you deal with little bitty hearts and little bitty, I mean, it's a gift from God. Really, it's amazing.
He's a great guy. They're actually right now. He and his dad, so Carl and Harar, are both in. Oh, I'm gonna pick the wrong place, but I think they said Armenia. Wow. I went up to see if he'd be on the radio this morning, and they're like, no, they're out of the country. So they're not here right now. So after they meet everybody in these rooms, then they push off, and the families wait out here, and they get updates through the child life specialist, and
great.
They hang out here. So we're going to have Jan come visit.
I don't visit very well.
You have lots to say.
I just play.
She has lots to say.
Well, explain to me, for our listeners, life care specialist. I mean, you can see the bonds. I mean, we just had Taylor bonding to Nettie, but how do you? What is your function? How do you describe what you do?
In essence, we take a world that has potential for stress and anxiety, and we make it kid-friendly. So most of our work is through education. We want to make sure that they understand who they're going to meet, why they're here, what their job is, so they just have a great day.
So a life care specialist as a title, is that something off from a nurse, or I mean that's a special field?
It is.
So that's something you pursued as a specialty per se.
Yeah.
So what drew you to kids?
What oh gosh, what drew me to kids? Probably their spontaneous imagination, the fact that they're sponges, they're innocent and just easy and fun.
These are the kind of people that take care of your kids, supported by the things around us from Children's Miracle Network. They need these tools. I mean, when they're dealing with life-threatening diseases, yes, the money the hospitals are going to put into is those medical supplies, but just think when you can go over here and touch that and she can see, or some of the other things that CMN provides for these kids as a distraction, it's phenomenal. But the life care specialists are special to me. So anyway, So where else would we go? So this, and then they would go to an operating room?
Yeah, so then they head off down the hall in the stretcher and they go to the operating room and the parents wait out here. And I always say that we're part kind of cruise director also, so we give the families directions on where they can go to the cafeteria. We encourage them to get a snack after the kids push off if they have enough time. It's important for the families to take care of themselves. So we give them directions, and then they come back and they wait in one of the several waiting areas we have here. And when the surgeon's all done, they come out and meet with the family and let them know everything's good, we're all done. And then not too long after they see the surgeon, Jan walks them back to be with the child in recovery as they're waking up. So
Do me a favor, Nettie. Look at the camera and tell
Yes.
them to call.
call, please. We love to buy toys for our kids, and we need distraction items. So please call and donate some money. We love it.
Nettie, can you also tell them about the red wagons? Yeah, and
dance
that's all I can say about
Dang, I
it.
thought you wanted to
I did want to dance.
I know, the wagons are great because a lot of times the kids are scared of the stretchers or the beds. So a lot of times the anesthesiologist will wrap them up in a blanket and we'll blow bubbles and Jan will sing a little song. We should have her demonstrate. And they take them back to the OR
I wanna hear
in
the
the
song.
wagon.
Yeah, let's
I'll get in the wagon.
All right.
Okay.
No, you do
I'll
it.
solve.
Get in. Yeah, we can do the wheels on the bus, a little teapot,
Yeah.
YMCA, whatever it takes.
But we do a lot. We're silly. You have to act like a child almost to work with pediatrics. So it helps if you have a little goofy side to you.
Well, that's excellent.
But it's nice. It's a different way to get them back to the OR. But we have a great team, and I have seen many doctors pull a wagon to get the kids back to the OR, whatever it takes. Or the ones you get the big burly anesthesiologist that wrap the baby in the blanket, and they're like, "We're good," and the nurse has to grab the bed and take the baby back. I was like, "How did he score?" And she's like, "I just got the crib." So yeah, it's pretty fun. It's a great team to work with.
Oh, it's a wonderful room. And now I want to introduce you to Anthony.
Oh.
Anthony has the best job on the planet because we only get to do Radiothon 3 days. We planned for it a long time. Anthony raises money and works for Children's Miracle Network on a full-time basis. And I still think the coolest thing, because if anybody sees miracles, you do.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, day in, day out, I'm at a different children's hospital, getting to see these miracles and getting to see where all of your money goes. So when we do these fundraisers, the best thing for me is that I know that every dollar is going to stay in that hospital that I just toured to help those kids that I just met.
All right.
Very cool.
End of tour.
End of tour.